Good day, everybody. I wanted to demonstrate something that I'm going to experiment with today, designed to make scaled down versions of Superadobe or Hyperadobe bags from clay, in case you want to build a to scale model of the design that you draw up. I got a 2-foot length of, this is 1 1/4 inch PVC pipe. And then I got a couple of, or a handful of these reducer couplings so that the gap between the pipe and the outer lip of this reducer will give me about a 1/4 inch thickness when this is rolled over the clay. So I bought a 2-foot length of this pipe, cut it in half, bought 4 couplings, and now I've got 2 roughly 1 foot length of rollers here. So you could have 2 going at one time. Then I bought a 1 foot length of this threaded rod. And I got enough nuts and washers to divide it up. And I'm assuming this will be to a pretty good 1 to 20th scale. 2 nuts will give me about the perfect width of a 14, 16, or 18 inch bag. And then one of these nuts will give me the proper width for the 8 to 12 inch interior wall bags. So it probably would have been just as easy to make 2 of these, one for the larger bags and one for the smaller bags. But this one's just an experiment to see how well this will work. I can roll this over the pressed dough, and there's enough of a gap between these washers and the nuts that it should clear that without having any impact, such as marring the rolled out clay. And this will give me 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths of the bags for the big ones and 4 widths of the bag for the more narrow ones. So let's see how well it works. So no doubt we'll have to play with the formulation of the clay to water to get that really solid mixture that won't get a lot of the cracking like you see here. But you could just as easily make this with Play-Doh or baking dough, as long as there's no rising agent in it. Anything that's available and easy for you to work with, this same method should work. I rolled this out on parchment paper, but you could just as easily use wax paper. I just didn't want to make a big mess on the kitchen countertop without experimenting with this, but it does also make it easier to lift up the band of clay, get it away from the rolling surface. So I'm sure playing with different types of paper would be a good idea to see which one might work best for rolling out larger quantities of this. As you see also, this was a very small amount of clay. Obviously, a bigger, longer rectangle of it would be more ideal to make the lengths of it easier to work with. They're very easy to cut and then square back up on the ends. But I would definitely see this as a viable option for a way to make the scaled down clay bags.